So none other than Hakeem Jeffries was on with Reverend Al Sharpton and basically explaining why he voted yes for the resolution for Charlie Kirk Day, which is coincidentally October the 14th, which would have been his birthday, and also the day of George Floyd. We will not forget. Now, here's the thing. This man took us on a Mrs. Frizzle trip because we went all around our ass to get to our elbow. Now, the other thing in this, he never answered the fucking question because it was, why did you do this? And then he starts to go, well, about espousing violence and everything. And here's the thing, and I want people to be abundantly motherfucking clear about this. Nobody said that man deserved to go out the way that he did. That's not what nobody is saying. But the fact of the matter is that they're trying to link him or liken him to none other than Martin Luther King Jr. And let's be clear, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is wild and crazy work out here. Now, here's the other thing. It took 15 years from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination to have his resolution for his holiday to be observed, actually be put on record. It took 18 years for it to actually be observed. And it took a member of Congress and Stevie Wonder to get it passed. Yes, please, let's not forget, Stevie has been in the trenches for a lot of black issues. So let's be clear. Now, the fact of the matter is, Hakeem goes in to say, well, it doesn't have the force of law. Then what the fuck did you vote for it for? Like, if it didn't have all this, just say I didn't have the spine to say no. Because this is what gets on my nerves about that Boston baked bean bobble-headed ass man. He makes my motherfucking teeth itch. And the fact that, again, I will say it and continue to say it, that he got that position, begging, borrowing, doing all the things and what have you, and getting Nancy Pelosi from her damn bedside or whatever when she had broke that damn hip and what have you, to knock AOC out the way so he could get that position, really irritates my fucking soul. Because here you are out here trying to pander to black people, whatever, put on that little New York hat or whatever, lean up against park benches and shit whenever you want to make yourself seem cool. But when it comes down to absolutely voting for the issues and to what will absolutely affect things, you act like, you got to go with the gander or whatever, which is them other people that you're not supposed to be serving. Now, here's the thing. You want to memorialize to somebody that said the 1964 Civil Rights Act should not have been passed. That would affect you. That would mean that the job that you currently have, you would not have. That would mean that, all that you've been able to do, you would not be able to do. Make that shit make sense. Now, here's the thing. He was like, because, the Republicans are trying to divide and distract us from the mission of protecting, the health care from the American people and, pushing the effort to shut down the government and create an America that turns back is what the Republicans are doing. And he was like, speaking of the Congressional Black Caucus, saying that, we're just as unified as ever to push back against Wispy and his extremism. No, you're not. Because you're out here memorializing somebody that had the fucking same extremism. No matter the fact that that man stood up there at that man's memorial today and was just like, he loved his opponents or whatever, and I hate mine. That's a whole other situation. We'll talk about that in another video. But again, the fact of the matter is, I will link an article in the comments that shows you how different members of Congress did vote. We had 95 Democrats that did back it, 38 were present, 58 against, and 22 that did not vote. 22 that did not vote, treat them the same way as if they did vote, because why the fuck were you just sitting there? This is what we're talking about when we come down to representation. This is what they're talking about when they're like, hey, Democrats, you're not going to get the backing that you think you're going to get because everybody's tired of the Republicans and their bullshit. This is why. Because you are absolutely out here doing bullshit like this when we are asking you to show up and have a motherfucking spine. And the only one that's speaking out yet again is none other than AOC and Jasmine Crockett. We cannot continue to put the brunt of the fight on them when we got you out here doing light-skinned ass shit. And I know that, again, it's an embarrassment for all of us because here you are with this position and you're not even taking the shit fucking serious. Now, you have people like Senator Rick Scott, who's like, his life was shaped by faith and the idea of America. Debate and discussion are crucial to the betterment of our country. But nobody found it fucking weird that somebody was 30 years old out here arguing with young kids. Because, baby, at the end of the day, them people are still relying on their parents. They young kids. But nobody found it strange. But this is who y'all want to moralize. It's fucking weird as hell that, here we are. Now, here's the other thing. When they asked him why he wasn't at the vigil for CK, he was like, oh, I had a meeting. You had a meeting that late? Child, listen. Again, nobody is talking about violence and all the other things. Everybody has denounced that part. But you can denounce the violence without embodying this as is. Because this is not. America's not a real place, and you can see what's important and what's not important, because if we can move this quickly to have a resolution for somebody who was being fake about, American policies and government and all other stuff, but we can't do a damn thing for these kids that are, passing away in these classrooms. Y'all miss me with the bullshit.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.